So, good evening, everyone. It's my pleasure to welcome you all to another session of Leadership Rounds, where we are interacting with the leaders of the healthcare industry who have been in this industry for decades now. My name is Dr. Ruchika Gambhir from Team VOH, and today my guest speaker is a renowned leader in the healthcare industry, Mr. Jatin Joshi. Mr. Joshi is currently the Group Chief Operating Officer for the Nirmal Group. Nirmal Group of Hospitals is a multi-speciality and a tertiary care center well known for providing world-in-class treatments in Gujarat. Thank you, Mr. Joshi, for joining us today. Before we dive into the discussion, I would request Mr. Joshi to introduce himself for our viewers.
Thank you, Dr. Ruchika. Thank you for giving the platform through VOH. My name is Jatin Joshi. I did my MBA Marketing from London School of Academy, King's College of London. Then I am there in India since 2008. And with Max Neoclife, I was previously. And then after I was the prestigious project of Mukhyamantri Amrutam, which was launched by our Prime Minister Narendra Modi. He was PM now. It was initially launched by CM. So Gujarat, first one who is initiated the health scheme. So I was looking after as a Gujarat state project head, Mukhyamantri Amrutam and Ayushman Bharat for Gujarat state. And then after 2019, I shifted from project to the hospital. So then I was Health One Group CEO, Health One Hospital, which is based in Ahmedabad. And now with Nirmal Hospital since last 3 years as a group CEO. And we do have verticals, like we have a diagnostic chain, we have a pharmacy chain, and yes, we do have our own Nirmal hospitals. So now we'll be covering 3 hospitals in the city. So 2 is working, another is under construction basis. And we are the first South Gujarat NMBH hospital since 2010. So we are the one pioneer who did it very well. If we look at about the DNB students, which is education part, we have the pediatric and neonatal DNB seats in private. Even if you look at the Indian ranking, in DNB seat, we are coming on the number 1 in the private institution who do the doctors training. We do have a tertiary care neonatologist fellowship program as well. And almost in South Gujarat, if you learn almost 250 plus students who are pediatrician in South Gujarat, they are studied under Nirmal Hospital. So that's how the Nirmal Hospital works and giving to the society.
Sure, that really sounds like a good journey over the years and a lot of diversity, to be honest. So while I'll start the interview by this diversity you actually come up with, that you have worked in the domains of healthcare, insurance, mass assurance, as well as finance. In your perspective and based on your experience, how is the healthcare industry different from the others? And how do you believe leadership in the healthcare industry differs from those in the others?
Of course. If we look at about, because I have worked under insurance, I have worked for the Marsh Insurance, and obviously the finance is the core specialty across the industry. So if you look at it, insurance is protection against risk for the futures. And medical insurance, house insurance, property insurance, even the car insurance, it's all covered by insurance, and insurance provide monetary compensation to cover the event. And this covers material things like accident and damages. So that's how the insurance works. If you talk about mass assurance, so if you look at, because I studied in London, so there is the NHS, National Health Schemes. And even though entire US is covered with the insurance, European countries also covered with insurance. So basically the first world country is already 2 part already there, which then there is a free education and free healthcare, which is there in the first world country. If you look at it, India is since 2010, actually, if you look at it, since 2010, the scenario has become changing. Because if we talk about the technology and the insurance and the healthcare industry, so since 2010, it is changing. So first private insurance and everyone cover, and now still India has a lot of opportunity to grow in that way, the insurance industry. And obviously the healthcare awareness, if we talk about insurance awareness, hardly 5% out of 140 crores, only 5% are covered under health insurance. So there is no awareness. But our beloved Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who launched when he was CM, so he launched in Gujarat Mukhyamantri Amrutam, and then after when he became Prime Minister, so he inspired by Obamacare. Obviously, it was in US. So then he tried to, when he was become PM, he become a try to cover pan India under the same insurance scheme like the first world country do, and then after they launch Ayushman Bharat, which will be the great help to the poor people, which is as per census data. So healthcare itself is a lot of opportunity and a lot of more improvement in the society. If you, I'm elaborating why healthcare is different from others. So insurance is who is cover risk. Finance, it will be finance when it comes. Finance comes when it is you're actually earning well. If your health will be well, then the people will contribute more. They will be pay more taxes to the government. They will able to spend more towards their well-being. They will spend more towards their holidays and everything, and then that their finance rotation will work. Because once you spend, then and then the finance will automatically comes in the picture. If you don't earn, then you are, and if you are not well, then obviously you are not able to earn. So finance, it will be all, particularly if you talk about that your health is well, your well-being will be there for the country. So entire finance industry will be automatically run for the same. So that's the major thing across the finance. So finance will be more on the spending part and more on your well-being. If we talk about healthcare, healthcare is a very crucial subject. In health, it's not 2 plus 2 equals to 4 is not ever be working. Every human has a different psychology. Every human have a different type of disease. Every human have a different type of diseases. And also there is other things which will be there. And also to cover 140 crore population of India, where we need to provide from the tier 1 city to tier 2 city, tier 3 city, and obviously the villages and the peripheral area where doctors are not able to reach, where government and the private player all has to come together, and then they have a very crucial role for the healthcare industry. So healthcare is totally different from this all other industry. And if you look at it, India in healthcare is more about, there are government who is working, there are philanthropic people who are contributing towards healthcare, and there are trusts who are actually contributing for the people's well-being. So being such scenario out of this population, if you look at it, this the scenario of the world and obviously Indian populations. So this entirely works in as a healthcare industry is a so crucial role for to work in the healthcare industry. And obviously India has come back and even was fight back in where there was nothing in COVID time, crucial time, and we invented our COVID vaccination, and people think that we will be highly affected, but due to our thanks to our government and obviously our prime minister and obviously all the people who come together, the pharmacy industry, the doctor industry, the healthcare worker, and the people who are even not part of that, but they have supported the society. So we come out from the very crucial role of India, where people think that there are so many people will die in India out of that population, but we cover up. So that's how the healthcare industry is so different from others, like from the insurance, mass insurance, and the finance. So that's the major thing, which is healthcare is a crucial role.
So I guess that is something new I have actually heard, on how all these industries are so different in, but yet same actually. So
Yeah.
this is something new which I have actually learned. So
Correlated, like a coin.
yeah, so I guess we'll be starting with discussing on your views on basically how were you able to kind of adapt seamlessly in the healthcare industry. As we all know that every industry has its pros and cons and
Yeah.
comes with some unique challenges. So can you please shed a little light on the challenges you face in the healthcare industry and how you handled the challenges you face?
Okay. Every human being suffers in different type of industry. When we talk about healthcare industry, in healthcare, which I already talked about, this is not 2 plus 2 equals to 4. So the majorly, if we look at the Indian scenarios and the doctors, which is still at a shortage of the healthcare people and the skilled people, majorly the skilled people, which is the major shortage. And obviously, if it's a mission and vision of both the people, like our prime minister, our hospitals people, our QCI people, and everybody wanted that the bed capacity and the skilled people, it's the biggest challenge for every healthcare leader, for every hospital. Even if it is doctors, even it's bed capacity, even it's skilled manpower, it include paramedics. So that means a nursing staff, a technician, and everything. So and it is ongoing basis. It will be because the demand is so high, so shortage will be always there. But how we become in that? Obviously, I'm luckiest to be part of Nirmal Hospital. Why? Because the Nirmal Hospital is established as very long, and they have started DNB. So for me, the recruitment of doctor or MBBS and above level, because we have at a time 40 to 50 people which is above MBBS who just do study here. So that is not a major challenge for us. But obviously nursing staff and other challenges which is there. So when I came and when we thanked, because the nursing staff and the other paramedics, especially when we call CT technician, OT assistant, so we started obviously that paramedic courses in the hospitals, so CT technician, everything. So with Bharat Seva Samaj and AHPI, with both of that collaboration, we started these courses. So that is how it is happened to be with us. And obviously the CSR activity, which is because we are part of Surat, where is the L&T is there. So L&T is also doing the CSR activity for the same. So where they sponsor the poorest people and for the courses, so they provide them CSR activity. So they will be part of these courses, and that will be facilitated by the Nirmal Hospital and that particular industry for them. And they will be once they are out, once their 12th finish, and then they will be out. So they will be able to help their society and they will help their family. So a skilled manpower, which was the biggest challenge, and which is ongoing, because we are now coming up 3 hospitals. So where skilled manpower is always the challenge. So that challenge will be somehow, we are obviously not 100% sure that we will able to cover up, but yes, somehow we are able to manage skilled manpower, especially for the doctors, where our core specialty is pediatrics, because our chairman is a pediatrician. So our core is there. Obviously, as in multi-specialty, Surat is now tier 2 city. If even though tier 1 is comparing is tier 1, but tier 2 city, but still we get a lot of Mumbai is a mega city. So we got a lot of people pass out from there. So we try to recruit in the going into medical college as well, because as a multi-specialty, we need to also concern that. And then obviously we go for the recruitment of part of that, and we try to best fit in the best healthcare service providing that which is there. The major concern which is there, the awareness of the technology and awareness of the medical availability, because the people when they ill, they don't think okay, where is this is available, where the right doctor will be available, where the right instrument or the right treatment will be available. So that awareness in healthcare, which is a major part. So through CSR and through our own activity, we do the health talks to the society. We do industry health talks. We do the society health talks, and more about the preventive healthcare. We do the activity towards the society. So that's how they will able to know that where is the right cure needs to be there. So if you look at the census data, the primary secondary care will be the overall total population will be 6%. If you look at the secondary care will be 2 to 3%. And if you look at the tertiary care, to overall population of 0.45, that is the rate of the prevalence rate will be only there. So if the total population's tertiary care will be 0.45, still out of that 140 crore, the bed capacity and the doctor availability, which is the biggest challenge, and it will be continuing it will be continuing. But yes, thanks to the government and through these courses like DMB courses and other things, we are able to manage the things almost 80%. So that's how we are able to do it. So that is the major thing which is happened.
Okay. So I guess you have already explained quite nicely about what the courses are and what you guys are doing when it comes to these courses. I would really like to know you. I would actually like you to expand a bit more about the vision you saw, like while you were introducing these courses, the courses basically which are in the pediatric health care.
Yeah.
And also, what were the challenges? Like, it's not like just you have just kind of released the courses and you must have faced some challenges in the initial stages. So, what
Of
were
course.
those basically?
Mainly what has happened, if we log the vision is obviously affordable quality healthcare. That's the major vision, affordable quality healthcare. And starting of this DNB obviously is that thanks to the government who provides the only not the government colleges but the private hospital who have the capacity of the professor, who has a capacity to provide such training. Obviously, that's obviously patient flow needs to be there. Then and then they are able to provide the that facility to the doctors. So the patient flow will be there, and that's how we are able to manage the things. So the major challenges for us when we started this courses, to right professor and the right people needs to be there who train them. So obviously our medical staff will be there obviously, but we have recruited medical director who is HOD and the professor in civil hospital Surat. So he is our medical director who actually in the teaching part as well. So we took at right people who will able to teach the students in a right way, in a right forum, who is experienced, so that how they are able to enhance the knowledge. They have the practical and obviously the theoretical knowledge as well. And we do have, we call the national speakers and national HODs to train them hands-on them as a proctor when there is a crucial surgery are there. So we call them as a proctor and who actually train them for the surgery and everything. So that's the major thing which is there. But still, because the very if it's a majorly population, and obviously and for against them there is a skilled doctor are very less. So sometime even though we call them up, so the schedule will be obviously they don't deny it, but sometimes the schedule will be go beyond that. So that are the some of the challenges which is always there. And initially when it was started, so now it's NMC is already declared that DNB is equivalent to MD. So there is a nothing, but initial phase was DNB, it was not declared like MD. So a bit apprehensive towards the medical student who is passed out from MBBS, and they are trying to more go with MD. Rather than to going to be DNB, but now it's very clear that DNB is equivalent to MD. So thanks to the government, so who is actually encouraged to more of doctors come out and serve the society. So that's the major challenge which was there. It was not equivalent, or it was, now it is very clear. So even every DNB student is now very much clear that yes, I am the specialist and who are able to serve the society and obviously the patient as well. So that's the major challenges which we faced in when we started DNB.
Sure. So that sounds like quite a nice research and progress, I'll say. So while we are already on this topic, and we all know that Nirmal Hospital is really known for, and even you said that your chairman has been a pediatrician. So I would
Yeah,
really like to know that besides these pediatric health courses, what
yeah.
other initiatives has your hospital taken into consideration to improve the child health and wellness?
Obviously, the core specialty of our chairman is a pediatrician, so his more vision on the biggest pediatric hospital that is there, and the main vision is affordable quality healthcare. And yes, we do have our MDD medicines. We have our full-time own surgeons. So we are starting up their DNB seats as well. And obviously, we are part of transportation organ transformer, but we are now part of organ transplantation as well. So the India's biggest challenge is organ transplantation, because so many patients are suffering due to dialysis or liver cirrhosis. So where organ transplantation is the major cause, which even it is led by now our own prime minister, that it is very much needed to the society. So we are like, our new hospital will be the organ transplantation major center, and obviously the receiver center will be there. So we our the new task for the these things, the organ transplantation, which helps the dialysis patient who are suffering since 10-20 years due to unavailability of the organ. So once they get the organs, even though now the hand transplantation, heart transplantation, and there are many things. Hand transplantation the first time happens for the Surat patient. Obviously, that did it in Bombay, but the hand transplantation also very play a vital role for the family, where they are able to help their family. So that transplantation is the major thing which is our in our new hospital. And obviously, we do the paramedic courses. Plus, we do have our like where our nursing will be. There is an e-Medline and updates, which are the software which is available. So they the doctors which who are student, they are ready to update the guidelines and the new protocols, and obviously the nursing staff which is there. And for the paramedics who are into the in the management role, and if they are not PGDM, the company, like the organization, the hospital offers them to do the certain courses with the Nursing Munji and the IIM of Ahmedabad. So they are able to do the PG diploma in healthcare management or the degree in management, and it will be totally sponsored by the organization, and they will be able to serve the society and the hospital in a better way. So medical, non-medical, and healthcare management, and obviously the vision and mission of our Prime Minister, and obviously in India, where they needs to be covering to part of the health, number one in healthcare. So affordable quality healthcare, that was the major vision for our chairman, and that is how we contributed, not just pediatric. And the major thing which I just forgot to mention, our chairman's daughter, she has started first kind of child development center across the Gujarat, which is very unique for the autism of the child healthcare development center. And we are planning to have their child development center across the Gujarat, the different branches. We have visited across the Gujarat and the West Zone and Bangalore and everywhere, where entire opportunity for the autism, especially child development center, where everything comes under the one roof of branch. We never find it once in we find it in Bombay, and one we should find it in the Bangalore. But the rest of the people, only the neurophysician who do just the counseling part. So we have developed a superb Signing Star, which is another branch, a child development center under Nirmal Private Hospital Limited. So that is the major contribution to the society, where the child who is if you heard if you watch the movie Tare Zameen Par, there is autism is very much displayed. So that center we have developed, and which is first kind of a very state of art in entire South Gujarat. So that is.
So that's actually quite inspirational. Thinking about a niche marketing is itself a achievement, I'll say. And then caring about the children with autism and disabilities is another kind of a thing which was actually needed in our healthcare system. So I really appreciate your efforts on that. So with that, we come to the conclusion of our discussion. Before we part, I would like Mr. Joshi to address our viewers, which are basically the young professionals, healthcare professionals. What advice would you like to give to them, to those who wish to introduce themselves in the healthcare industry?
I can say as a conclusion, it's a common responsibility of every individual and who is part of the healthcare, that we need to provide affordable quality healthcare to the society. Where affordable quality healthcare, it means there is an opportunity where India is still struggling to develop the equipments. We are still dependent on the first world country, which is Germany and Europe and USA, where the technology comes, and that's the reason we are not able to give us affordable prices to our patients. So that's the major cause. So where it is opportunity comes like that everybody needs to be think on that line, that the technology, which is where we are dependent on the Western world country, the India needs to be, which we have already proven that by Covishield, and so we need to be bring the technology itself, Atmanirbhar Bharat. That's the major thing which needs to be done by our young engineers, and obviously with the help of the doctors. It will be the dream that India will be able to provide that type of healthcare technology to the world. So that is the major thing. Then and then we are able to come with the affordable quality healthcare. And secondly, if we look at it, every doctor and every institute, if we think on that line, that yes, healthcare as an industry, as obviously as an industry, but it's to provide a qualitative healthcare to the patient. And as per our chairman, we don't treat just the patient as our we treat as a first is our patient, second is our doctor, third is our employee, and fourth is our vendor. So when we satisfied four of them, you will be able to achieve all the milestone and the success in your industry. It's whatever industry you are, because we have the industry which is healthcare, so that's why the doctors and the vendors are there. But if everybody their treat their patients, their doctors, their vendors, and their employee very well in well-being everywhere, so they are able to achieve all the milestone which they have targeted or which they have jotted down in their dictionaries. And that is the major thing where you are able to provide the quality healthcare. And for the youngsters who thinks the healthcare is just for the doctors or for the paramedics, it is not that. Now scenario has changed. We are coming up to the new era where quality healthcare is the biggest thing, and every patient, everybody wants that. So it's a huge market which will be there. So the one-liner message is live stress-free, but live with carefully. So that is how there's and obviously you empathize even it is patient, or even it's a relationship with every humankind. You need to be very emotionally empathized with the people, so then and then you are able to serve the society. That's the clear cut message.
So I totally agree with you, whatever you have said actually about emphasizing and obviously living a stressful life. So I guess that's all for the day, sir. Thank you so much, Mr. Joshi, for joining us today. It was a great pleasure to connect with you and to listen to your views and inspirations. I really hope so. Or in fact, I think that your interview is going to inspire quite a lot of people to kind of venture into or enter into the healthcare industry. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Ruchika. Thanks a lot for the VOH and obviously the Nirmal Hospital Group who give me this opportunity to speak to the young people and obviously the viewers who are less about the healthcare. But yes, it will help them out. I hope so. So thank you very much again. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you.